Hi friends! Remember, this week we are celebrating Earth Day, and one of the ways that we can help our planet to be clean and beautiful for the plants and the animals and the people is by planting trees and planting flowers. So, what I'm going to show you today is super cool. You are going to make your very own seed paper. So this seed card is made from blue construction paper and green construction paper. And if you look very close, look at the little flower seeds in there. So you're going to make this and you can plant it in your own garden, and before you know it, some beautiful flowers will grow. So I'm going to tell you the materials that you need, and we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So you will need a blender. You will need a bowl or some sort of large old can, something that you can use to put the strainer on top of. So I have a large strainer here, and then you can either use a circle shaped cookie cutter, or I found this little egg frying circle. So either way, something that will hold the shape of the circle. You're going to need a spoon, some flower seeds, and I got some zinnias. I'm going to plant some of these in my patio as well. And then you will need two different colors of paper, green and blue, since we are making an Earth Day themed seed paper. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and just kind of roughly torn them up into pieces. However, this is a great opportunity for you to practice your cutting skills. So if you want, use your scissors and you can cut them into nice squares, and you'll get lots of cutting practice. The first thing we have done is covered the paper completely with warm water. And what we're going to do now is just wait a few minutes to let it soak, and let all the water soak into that paper and make it nice and soft. Okay, I have let the paper soak for about 5 minutes. What I'm going to do next is, using only one color at a time, put it in the blender along with the water, and then we're going to blend it up until it's almost a liquid. We got the blue paper blended up. It's nice and mushy. What we're going to do now is open up the blender and pour all that mushy paper into the bowl again. And you know what? I'm going to use my spoon. There's one piece that still didn't get quite blended up. We'll leave those out because it's supposed to be very mushy. But look, you see? Now we have mushy paper. It's all blended up. So next we do the same thing with the green paper. Whoop. And then you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go add more water, because last time I had to add a lot of extra water to the blue. So you might have to do that too. Okay, we got the green paper all nice and blended up too. So let's do the same thing. We add it back into its original container. Ooh, mushy paper, yuck. And then if there's any large pieces left behind that didn't really get blended up, we'll just go ahead and pull those out. So look, I see here's a big piece. I'm gonna pull that one out. But this we can all use. All right, and we are finished with the blender. So we can go ahead and set that to the side. And look what we have. We have our blue and our green liquidy paper. So now we're ready to get started on making the seed card. Now we are ready to add our zinnia seeds to the paper mixture. So we don't want to add too many seeds, just a couple. So let's just do, in fact, I'm going to use my spoon to help only get a little bit. We'll put a little bit in the blue and a little bit in the green. There, and you know what? I'm going to save those. I can plant those in my garden as well. So now let's mix it up. Mix it up. And you know what? We can even add probably just a couple more to the green. There we go. Perfect. Now you have your seeds ready to go. So now let's move this over to this side because we're going to start spooning it into the circular ring. So since it's Earth Day, we're going to kind of make it in the shape of an earth. So we just start spooning it in and try to squeeze out as much of the water as possible. And make sure you're getting your seeds too. Okay, squeeze out the water, and it will start to drain little by little. All right, now let's add some green for the land. A little more blue. Let's see if I can find any more of seeds in here, or did I use them all already? I think I already used all the seeds from the blue paper. So what I will do is just add a little more land. Bring this a little closer so you can see better. See, just add a little more ocean in there. And look, if you look at it, it looks like the planet Earth, with the blue being the water, the oceans, and the green representing the land. So we're just gonna try to squeeze as much of the water out of this as possible. And if you need to, you can turn it around to get a better view. I'm gonna add a little bit more green right here. So just little by little, keep squeezing the water out. I'm going to add one more speck of blue here, just so that I keep my oceans between my landforms. All right, and it looks very nice. I'm just going to keep squeezing the water out. I have gotten a plate and put some paper towels on it. And then what I'm going to do, it looks, you can see all the water that drained out. I'm going to very carefully take this off. We'll wash that later. And then we are going to transfer. It's kind of gooey. Almost feels like Play-Doh. We're going to transfer it here. And then we have to let it dry. And once it's dry, you'll be able to plant it. But look, you see I have my seeds in there and it looks like the planet Earth. So what I'm going to do actually is cover it one more time with a paper towel. Like this. Soak up a little more of the water. And then we will leave it to air dry. And there's your seed card when it is still wet. And then once it's dry, there is your Earth Day seed card. It's ready to plant. And then if you take care of it, you'll have some beautiful flowers growing before you know it. Look, I want to show you both sides. If you let it air dry, this will probably take several hours, if not most of the day. I cheated a little bit and I used my hair dryer for about 10 minutes, and it's much more stiff than it was before, but it's still a little damp, so it definitely needs some more time to dry. And you see there, your little seeds, and they will become beautiful flowers. Okay guys, this was a little bit more of an in-depth activity, and you definitely had to wait, so it took a little bit more time, but I really hope you enjoyed it. It's a super cool activity, something that you can do any time of the year. If you follow the same process and use different colored construction paper or a different shape of cookie cutter, you can make any sort of seed card that you want. So you could use red paper and a heart-shaped cookie cutter, and you could make a Valentine's Day card. So that would be maybe a very good idea for next year. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you enjoy your beautiful flowers that grow from your seed card, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.